one daddy unless there's a certain person that I'll consider. And I'm not going to be doing it online. The shut up, Rainbow. Shut up. I know what you mean. Okay. Um, Shags, can I have your age and your pronoun? And are you gonna?
Yeah, I think to some extent. I'm 38 and I'm male.
So he, him, she, her, or they, them?
He.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you said pro life to an extent. So what's the extent then?
I understand.
And what?
No, go ahead. Finish your sentence.
Yeah. What's your extent? So
Oh,
that was it.
okay. So I understand from like the framework from which pro-life argues, and I do see the value in it. I do believe that there is some window to maybe do. I haven't fully come to terms with it myself, but like I'm pretty much against it about 98% of the time. I would rather that people value human life through all stages of development and not just when it's convenient for them.
Convenient. You think abortions are convenient?
I think it's inconvenient for the unborn human.
It doesn't even know. It has no idea what it even is.
So if you were in a coma and didn't have any idea you're alive, should I just kill you?
Okay, you have to say TikTok.
Oh,
okay,
sorry.
TikTok
Should
guidelines. You have to say on the live.
Yes.
It's fine.
Yep.
But the thing is, no one knows that you're. I mean, no, I have no recollection of me being born because or being the fetus. No, so being in the womb. Like no. But what we're saying. So what I'm pro-choice, yes. But the thing is, I don't think I could ever have an abortion. But I don't think that I feel like women, they are the ones who are, females, not women. All females have a choice on carrying the child or not because it can potentially affect them. It does a lot to them. And it's not just, physical, like, they get cankles and all of that. No, like after you're pregnant, like there is a high chance that you might get postpartum depression and people don't want to be pregnant. And if they're taking the steps of preventing pregnancy besides abstinence, I feel like people should have a choice to have the abortion. And the thing is, like, I used to be pro-life all this, like, so many, like, but in my mind, I was for so many years. And I realized that I'm like, hey, like, there are people who just cannot, like, is preventing pregnancy every which way except abstinence, and it just happens that they are pregnant. And that's fine. And they realize, they're like, hey, I can't support this baby, or I can't financially, mentally handle this pregnancy. And so they should have the choice to terminate the pregnancy. And the thing is, an abortion, yes, like there is a fetus growing inside you, but do you know what? They're technically alive because of the mother. They're never alive on its own until after, what was it? I think it was at least 22 weeks or something like that.
Yeah, well, that's
it's between
wrong.
22 and 24. And that's when viability happens, and even then they would probably more than likely still need vents to be able to breathe on their own outside of the womb.
Yeah. So yes, but my 4-year-old won't be able to survive outside the womb. So that again, the argument you can just sort of shift to another.
Your 4-year-old can breathe on their own. Your 4-year-old can climb stairs.
Yeah, but he can't survive on his own. You're talking about the very same thing.
Your 4-year-old has a life. They are living, breathing outside of the womb. which makes it a person.
Yeah, but the fetus isn't dead inside the mother.
Womb.
No, so no, they're not dead. No, they're not dead. They're
Yeah.
never dead. They're not even alive. But the thing is, what we're trying to say here is the fetus, it has a heartbeat or has, and like stuff that, oh yeah, like they have a heartbeat because of the mother.
No, the heartbeat is independent of the mother. I mean, yes, she's nurturing them, but again, the logic still remains the same. Inside the mother, it's a symbiotic relationship.
I'm pretty sure. Shag, hold on.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that if the mother unalives, the fetus will also unalive because it cannot survive without the mother.
So that
up until a certain point, right?
Do you yes, but the thing, yes, you are correct, up until like around 24 weeks. Then they have a chance of actually living outside of the womb. That's when I feel like, hey, I feel like either like we can try, like there are ways after that 24-week part. I feel like they shouldn't have a choice of, unless they are the baby is going to not survive, or if the mother's not going to survive the birth. But there are so many choices of, I mean, you'll know for sure that you are pregnant by 24 weeks, because there are actual like rules now in like North Dakota and some other states that, hey, if you're gonna get an abortion, you have to do it within 6 weeks of the pregnancy. And the thing is, not a lot of people know that they're pregnant when they are that 6 weeks along, because you know what, for me, there are people like me who have irregular periods. It can come and go like a month. I mean, it's not exactly at the time of the month that I should have it, or the day, I mean. And so like I could potentially be, I mean, I'm not pregnant right now, but if I do have sex and like I do use, like, it's, you know, like I could potentially not know that I'm pregnant until like at least 12 weeks into the pregnancy. That's when you start showing signs.
Right.
Sure.
Well, no, you show signs before that, but
Not always.
Shay, this is a very rare moment of me asking a question, because I know I usually don't be talking.
Yes, Cooley, what's up?
So by that stance, like pro-choice, right? This has always been like a question for me, you know, but don't take this as like, you know, an opposition, but this is like a genuine question, you know. If it comes down to like, you know, the financial, the physical, like, decision of a woman to be pro-choice, is that same stance for, you know, her having that choice, is that same type of stance available for men to be fathers?
Men sign away their rights all the time. They don't pay child support all the time, so that's pretty much the norm for most men.
Cooley, you're not the one. Men generally are not the one who's going to be carrying the child and having the effects. Destiny, you can go since you have a child. You can.
So Cooley, the thing is, the father doesn't have any say so. If the mother decides to go and get this procedure done, it's not on the father. It is literally strictly on the mother to make that choice, and we literally have no choice in the matter. We could sit there all day long until we're blue in the face and have the conversation, but at the end of the day, it is up to the mother's discretion if they want to go through it.
Sounds
unfair. Just because we're the ones who are carrying the child, Cooley. Just because of that.
Imagine thinking that you're the only person that was involved in making that child. That's funny.
Well,
no,
she's the only one carrying it.
So my point is,
so the dad can't be a dad, and the mom just gets to I don't feel like it. So
that's not it, Shag.
Hold on.
That's not it. Do you know how many people
get? Can I speak on this? Hold on.
Yeah.
I am the only female up here who has been pregnant. You have no idea, none whatsoever, the effects that pregnancy takes on a woman.
I do, actually.
None. You have never been pregnant, so no, you do not.
Oh no, I haven't. Okay,
Hey,
Hold on.
Shag, I got a
Can I just say
question
one thing
then.
though? Can I
Have
respond
you
to that?
ever been pregnant?
Can I respond to that?
Have you
No,
ever been
this
pregnant?
is
No.
Is it
I
okay if I
need
respond
the
to that?
host is speaking. No, not right now. Shag, have you ever been pregnant? Or are you a female?
No, I told you I'm a male.
Well, you said a man, so like that doesn't give me shit. Tell me it shit. That's sex,
okay.
not gender.
So you have no idea what a female goes through while pregnant. You can say, "Oh, I understand." You don't fucking know.
Hey, do you?
You don't.
Okay, can I respond to that now? Is it all right if I respond to
No,
that?
because I am not finished.
Oh,
Because
okay.
I am
Sorry.
not finished.
Oh, I thought you were done. Sorry.
You don't know the physical problems that it causes a woman, not only while she's pregnant, but after she has given birth.
Okay.
Did you know that women can lose their hair? That while being pregnant, the child takes every single vitamin from that woman's body, and it can cause women to lose bone density and their teeth.
I love it.
Did you know that women can develop allergies while pregnant and or after pregnant because it literally changes their body?
Yep.
So my baby mama, for example.
Wait, is it all right if I respond to what she said? Because she spoke, and then I asked to respond, and then she got on her high horse and everything. And can I respond to that?
Okay.
Excuse
Whoa, Shag. We're not fucking gonna be doing that shit. Okay? Because
Well, you guys didn't let
Rainbow
me
is my
respond
mod, and
I
so
might have
yeah,
something.
you will after this. Fuck. Okay,
Oh.
fuck me. Oh my god, Shag.
Yeah.
You're not gonna do these sly comments towards my mods. Okay, we're
I didn't
not
realize it was your
fucking
mod.
doing
I
that shit.
don't know who these people are. I thought they were randos that you pulled from chat.
No. There's a reason why they can interrupt me, and like Rainbow was like, "Hey, just hold on a sec, and I'll be quiet," because she's my mod, Cooley's my mod, and Destiny's my mod.
Cool.
So Shags, for example, to base it off of Rainbow, my baby mama lost about 30% of her teeth, or like the stuff that holds the teeth in, because of being pregnant with my son. So, and is also after the fact is also had. I'm saying had because she has passed away back in 2011, but that's besides the point.
Sorry to hear that.
It's all good. There's a positive within a negative, but I'm not going to talk about that right now. So she ended up having an allergic reaction to one of her favorite foods, which was Russian sausage. She could never have it again because she ended up being allergic to it after giving birth to my son. So it happens more common than not. I did a shit ton of research, as much as I did not want my son at the time, but I still had to step up as the father because she wanted to keep it, and I was okay with that. But at the end of the day, if she wanted to come and have a conversation with me saying that I want to get rid of it, I'm pro-choice. Always have been, always will. Because I was raised by wonderful women throughout my life. So if she said, I want to go through with an abortion, I cannot do this, or there's medical issues going on, then yeah, it's understandable. But guys, at the end of the day, do not have a choice if the mother decides to go off and get an abortion, or if it happens to be a miscarriage. We don't have a choice. But at the end of the day, at the beginning of conception of the child, of like when it's still growing, it is considered a parasite because it is feeding off of the host, which would be the mother. So at the end of the day, until it gets to a certain point of its existence, I think it's 24 weeks if I'm not mistaken. Shay or Rainbow, you can correct me on that one.
Yeah, you're correct, Destiny.
It's 24 weeks.
I literally okay, Destiny. I literally told Shag the same fucking thing. Except I didn't say it was parasite. I said, hey, like it has a heartbeat and everything because of the fucking mother, because it's dependent on the mother.
So the heartbeat the heartbeat that you hear, Shag, it's not an actual heartbeat. It's the muscle around the heart that's growing. It's not the actual heartbeat. It's the muscle that's growing on the inside of it. I've talked to doctors about this. Sorry, Kool-Aid. I mean,
So after Shag is done, I'll give some insight to some experiences that I've had. But Shag, go ahead.
Okay, it's been a while since the first person had spoke, and I'm kind of remembering what I needed to say. But my second child, I have two boys. 6-year-old and a 4-year-old. My 4-year-old was born at 25 weeks, 2 days. Spent 4 months in the NICU. I know now I did not carry this child because I'm incapable of doing so. But what I watched my wife go through, I understand better than most the effects it has on the body and the lasting effect it's had on her in regards to, not wanting to expand our family further. My wife also, has suffered from extreme postpartum depression in ways I'm not going to get into on here because it's private. But rest assured, I understand the effects that pregnancy has. Does that make my wife love our children any less? Absolutely not. And this is like, we've spoken, you guys have spoken on a few things and they're not invalid. Like these things happen. But I think the broad spectrum of pregnancies and births that happen, like they're fairly normal. That's why, I mean, this isn't the regular, like the scenarios you are putting out there are not regular. Those who go through it, it's awful. I don't wish that on anyone. My point is, and like I was saying before, real quick, let me finish.
Okay,
real quick.
and I would like to say something after he's done because I've worked at a medical facility.
This is my initial argument was that I think people need to value life more. You guys referring to a human fetus as a parasite is reductionist, and it's part of the problem.
That's literally what scientists refer it to because that's what it is. It has
no self-respecting scientist is referring to a human fetus as a parasite.
Hold on. Shag.
Yeah.
I'm sorry to everyone else. I am sorry to everyone else on this panel. I am the only female up here who has given birth. None of y'all, I don't care what you say that you have seen after birth, what you've seen during birth, none of you, except for possibly Shay, will ever understand what a woman goes through to be pregnant.
Because you won't personally experience it.
Right.
It is.
So you can see how it's affecting your wife or girlfriend or partner. I don't know.
No, I experienced the effects of it. I've experienced the effects of it.
No, because you don't. But you never got postpartum depression. Do you know how many people? Okay, so I worked at a medical facility. It's a human. Okay, and then it says the focus has been described before as acting in a parasitic way. So parasite.
It's acting in a parasitic way. It's not calling it a parasite. It has similar attributes to it where, yes, it is where a parasite is reliant on a host in order to live. But this is a human being. It is the beginning of a human being. And my point is only this. If you want to refer to it as parasitic, that's your business. But calling it a parasite is the problem, the root of the problem. If people went into a sexual act or the act of sex or whatever, knowing the true nature of it and what could possibly happen, I think greater measures would be taken. We're not talking about the extreme cases.
Hey, Shag.
Yeah.
Hey, Shag. Hey, Shag.
Yeah, go ahead.
Your preventative talk is complete fucking bullshit because I don't have periods. I haven't had periods in 10 years. Was told I can never get pregnant. Was on birth control. Got pregnant. Had a miscarriage. Got on birth control again. Started using condoms and still fucking got pregnant.
Okay.
So your whole thing about preventative measures is fucking bullshit because people still get pregnant while using every method possible.
And then also, Shag, everyone who well, actually not the people who are asexual, everyone else will want to have sex eventually. And you shouldn't be like, hey, it should be 100% abstinence until you get married, because like it's just not going to be a thing. And people want to have that. I mean, they want to have that connection, and that's fine. But they're taking every fucking measure to do it, like Rainbow was doing, and she still got pregnant, and she decided, hey, I would like her child, who is right now, who is 4 years old, by the way. And she's a wonderful girl.
Yeah.
And if Rainbow decided not to have her child when she became pregnant, she shouldn't be fucking judged on that.
I'm not judging her like specifically. What I'm saying is again, this isn't a problem that you're going to legislate. This is a problem that, like, by us talking about it and people coming into the conversation might understand where I'm coming from. I did say at the beginning, I'm not 100% sure on where this begins for me. I would prefer people understand the incredible social safety net that the United States does provide for people. So if you're in the US, like, there's a robust social safety net for single moms, especially, you know, in the event that this happens. This doesn't mean that it's for everyone. And do I think Plan B should exist? Yeah, I think Plan B is probably your best option. If you think something happened, go take it, you know, once or twice or whatever you can do for it. And again, like maybe on that first
social net for single mothers.
Yeah.
Social net for single mothers. There is absolutely no social net for single mothers. If anything, it makes it fucking harder.
That's a blatant lie,
parents.
and you're lying to your entire audience. There absolutely is. I've used it multiple times in my life.
Hold on, Shag. I am a single mother. I am a young single mother in the South.
All right.
I cannot get help. I also have a disabled child.
Do you know about food stamps and WIC and all these programs?
Okay, Shag, it's not that easy. It's not. It's not.
It's a pain in the butt, but it's there. You can. I mean,
Guess what, Shag? Guess what?
Shag.
Do you want to hear something real funny? And I don't even have a child. I have been trying to go through food stamps or get signed up, but since I am making literally just a little bit over what I am, like, what is the point of? Oh fuck! I can't even. Just one moment.
Shay, can I say something?
You make a little bit too much to qualify for
yes, and then but do you know what though? I'm still fucking broke, and I'm still scrounging for money, and like that's fucked up. Like just a little bit over, and so, but I still have other expenses, and like sometimes I've had to choose between bills or fucking food.
Join the club, man. I've been there. It sucks. I've been there.
So Shag, it is not easy to go through to get state help. It's not.
Say it was easy.
It's not at all.
I said it's there.
It's there, yes, but you know what? I got denied so many fucking times.
Okay, hold on. He's talking about single parents. Shag, let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. Okay, I'm in the state of Florida. Okay, I'm in the state of Florida. Now, I'm a single parent.
May I interject, please?
I am a single parent. Okay? I have been denied. What, Cooley?
So, I just want to, because I've kind of been waiting, not come after him, but once Shag is done, I kind of wanted to get some insight on, necessarily the situation that I went through and my position on this. So as far as the WIC, when it comes to WIC, it because I went through that process. I kept getting told it's not easy. This is gonna happen. This is gonna happen. But I went up and I got up and I did it anyway. And I kind of had to have my children's mom get up, come with me, so we can apply for this. Get it done. And we got that ball rolling. She wasn't working at the time. I was being paid, and I qualified for it. And it did not take that long. But there are some instances where people, as far as there's scheduling that comes into play. There's a whole bunch of stuff that comes into play when you're trying to qualify for certain things. As far
it's
as
that on purpose, by the way. It's because they don't want people taking advantage of the system. That's why they do it like that.
And there are people who do try to take advantage of it because I've worked cash registers in grocery stores and I've had people try to pull some stuff on me in front of me and think that I'm not paying attention when I'm paying attention at all times, even though I don't want to be at work. But I too am a single parent. I have a 6-year-old and I have a 4-year-old. Whatever's going on with their mom, I don't necessarily know about because I am too focused on getting things done for my kids. Does she do anything for them? Sadly, no. And I get a little sensitive when talking about this type of thing because it's just me. But when it came to my children and like, my stance on like pro-choice, when I found out my son was coming, you know, I remember she looked to me and she kept asking me, what do I want to do? What do I want to do? What do I want to do? And I remember I didn't say anything. The only thing in my head that I knew that had to be done was if I have a child coming, I need to get my shit together. I need to make sure my shit's together. And I need to make sure that I put knuckles on the ground and whatever needs to be done for him, I get it done for him. Period. You know? And then when he came here, there was this, I don't know, there's a lot of stereotypes that would fall on me for I am black. There was a lot of stereotypes that was falling on me. The whole expectations of like, me being from the hood and stuff and people not thinking I was about my word, but I was about my word, you know. And Rainbow, like, me personally, I understood, no man can fully understand what women have to go through. But when I went off to go to the military and stuff, I tried to go as hard through that as possible because it was, if she's about to go through this, I need to try to get as equal to that as possible. And even if I can match it, I'm gonna still try to give 100% through what I'm about to go through. And I did that, and there was some things that ended up happening where I was pushing so far past like what I thought was expectations that it wasn't being met, if that makes sense. And I mean, like, I had a daughter. She was in the NICU. She didn't want to get up, so I was in the NICU back to back to back. I was staying up. Doctors came to talk to me. I tried to like be there and stuff, and it was a lot of like investment, and I don't know if like my investment could like equate to the investment, and that's why like if people tell me like, oh, you do this, you do that as a dad, as a single dad, but I was like undermining it, and I don't know if that's like because I keep trying to equate it to what she went through, you know. But now I'm here by myself, taking care of my kids by myself. Ergo, I do have family. But I know, like, at the end of the day, if it's not me, it's nobody. And that's how I see it, you know? And there was an instance where, something, I'm not going to go into detail about it, but something did happen to their mom to where, you know, it that choice, I, for me personally, I was like, it's whatever she decides, but if you choose this, then we're gonna go this way. If you choose that, then this is how we gotta go. Because like for me, she's pro-choice, but I'm pro-plan. If you choose this, then I'm a plan for this. If you choose that, then I'm a plan for that. That's it's kind of like I don't know, kind of just opened the door for y'all. And I don't know, I don't usually do that for people, but I'm
Can I
talking to y'all.
Can I say something as a single parent myself, so Shags can kind of get it? Look, Shags, I'm a single father. I mean, yes, I go by she, they now, but to my son, I'm always going to be his father. It's going to take time to accept the fact that I'm going to be his mom. But that's besides the fucking point. But me and my baby mama tried for multiple years in a row to get onto WIC. And this was out of the state of Oregon. It has nothing to do with Florida. It's nothing to do with, well, I see STL so coolly. I'm assuming Missouri somewhere.
Oh, yeah. Well, that's where I'm originally from, but I'm stationed somewhere else. But yeah.
Either way, thank you for your service. I wanted to say that as well. But
thank you for support.
Not a problem. I did 2 deployments myself, so I get it.
Yeah.
So
just one moment, Destiny. Please come back. You've been on that teacup for a fucking while. If you're not gonna engage, then drop, please. Okay, Destiny, you can go.
So, Shags, it's not as easy as just going up to a building, especially in certain states, and saying, "Get on, can I get on food stamps?" Or getting on WIC. It's not that fucking easy. Like, I can't just walk in there. For 2 fucking years, we got to the point of where we're just like, fuck this, we're not going to try anymore. We got our family support, and we're just going to use that. It's not that easy just to go walk up to a building and sign up for it.
Mind you, hold on, Destiny. Mind you, too, when I went and did that process, I was already in the military. And this was in North Dakota, in the middle of nowhere. So it's not like there was like a bunch of people that were like going up there. You know, it's kind of based on where you're located as well. And it's kind of more.
This was a small town in Oregon, and they completely denied us every single time for 2 years straight, and we just said fuck it. So it's really not that easy, because with the state of Oregon, it isn't just one person that verifies it. It's the whole entire Oregon state government that has to verify it, and it calls all of your references on there. If your parents say, no, I don't want my child on this, they can easily decline it for that. So it's not that easy, and I was doing this when I was 15 years old. From the time I was 15 all the way until I was 17. It's not as easy as just walking into a building and getting it. It's not for some people.
No, it's not. It's not anyway. It's not for anyone.
Like, here's a card.
I didn't remember. I didn't say that this was easy. I'm saying this is there.
The way that you made it sound like it was super fucking easy. That someone could just walk into a building and get food stamps or get anything from CPS or Child Protective Services for us in Oregon to walk in there and just get all this shit. No, it's not that easy.
No.
Like, you have to go through a bunch of steps.
Right. No, I know. And on top of that, you still yeah, go ahead.
My child, as I stated earlier, is disabled. Okay.
Sorry to hear that.
I have been denied. Did you just tell me you're sorry?
Well, I don't know. It seems that it's a point of hardship for you. So.
No, Shay.
You don't ever tell someone with a disabled child you're sorry.
Oh,
you don't.
I was sorry.
Because it's not that they're not. It is hard. Yes, it is hard. But you don't tell someone with a disabled child you're sorry.
Sorry, it's hard.
Makes it seem like,
but do you know what? Having a child in general who isn't neurodivergent is still fucking hard. So let's not fucking ever. I don't want to hear that shit again.
It was very ableist, is what we call that in the community with me and Rainbows. My child is also disabled with severe anger issues. So, and on top of that, PTSD from fucking hell. But I'm not going to get into that. So, from our point of view, that's very ableist.
Back to my point. So, as I've stated, my child is disabled, autism, developmentally delayed, and possibly ADHD at 4 years old. I have been denied for Medicaid, for food stamps, for WIC, and disability. And I'm a single parent. I've been denied for all of those, and I have documentation for my daughter. I can't even put my daughter in daycare because my child has violent outbursts, and daycares will not take her.
That was my issue too.
I then have to pay for a babysitter, which then takes money out of my check, but I still make too much for all of those programs. So, where the fuck is the help for the people who really need it? If I'm getting denied for all of that, imagine how much other people are getting denied.
And also on top of that, us veterans that are single parents too, we're not getting it. I mean, Cooley can tell you, we're not getting shit as
I
parents.
also, just so you know, I also don't get child support either. Even though it's there, I don't get it.
How come you don't
And
get
I
it?
don't even like, I don't try to push for it or none of that because it's,
Well, if you need it, why
I
wouldn't you
don't
push
know.
for it?
Yeah, I mean, like,
Because they deny you.
No. If he
They don't
has
care if you make a
if baby mama is, if he's not
Shag.
asking his baby mama for child support, but he needs it, what I mean, it's not mean to
That's
like,
because you have to go
because
through
the
family court
government
to
doesn't
get it.
care.
so
The government doesn't care. If
So
you-
the reason why I don't push for it, you know, it's more personally related because I don't know, it's just complicated. And like one, I mean, like the main thing, you know, I handle it for myself and I handle it on my own. But I can't. I'm not the one that's gonna try to expect something out of somebody that I know damn well isn't gonna do it. Because at that point, I feel like I'm just punching a brick wall, and I am not going through that. You know?
That and the court
And
costs on
for the
top of that.
record,
Yeah.
for the record, Shag, the government doesn't care. If you even make $1, one single dollar over the allotted amount for food stamps or for WIC or for whatever else, they will deny you regardless, even if it's just $1, because it's more than the allotted amount. The government doesn't give a shit.
Let's not
well, I
forget.
can
There's
agree with
some
you
of those.
there.
There's some daycares that will. My beef when it comes to daycares, I don't like that they try to base. They do rates and they base it on how much you make. I think there should be a set rate that people should just pay.
That must be your
'Cause-
state thing.
See,
That's not how mine does it.
here
I
in
don't know.
Florida,
On base,
they
it's
base
like
it off
that.
the age of the child.
Yeah, that's how they
base
do it
how
in my
much you
state.
pay a week based off the age of the child.
Right. Yeah, that's
So the reason.
yeah.
So if for Cooley, if you want to come back, is your child's daycare on base or no?
It's kind of we got like two separate things.
So
You
if
know,
it's on base, it's a little bit. Sorry, I grew up on base. I was raised U.S. Army. That's besides the
Mhm.
point. So on base, everything's different from on the outside world. Everything is different.
Yeah.
So even childcare. So I would lived on and off base 90% of my life, if not more. When I was 5 years old, I had to be put onto a base preschool, and the way that they have it set up is that it is based off your rate and what your rank is and how much you are able to afford.
Yeah.
It might
For
have
me-
changed since then, but I don't know.
For me, they base it on my like household income before taxes, and I don't know, like
I think they need to base it on after taxes, everything.
yes,
Both.
because
Absolutely.
I do not. But damn, so if I was making the amount of money that they were doing before taxes, I probably wouldn't even need to send them off to that.
I mean, are you part of the E3 mafia, Cooley?
I'm in the E. I'm an E4 still. So
Oh God damn it! Don't
yeah,
fall into. Don't tell me. Don't fall and told me. Thank you. That'd be great. Anyways, that's besides the point. So yeah, Shags. Everything is different from the civilian life versus on base.
Of course.
If you're on base, it's a lot different.
Yeah.
If they like for me, again, Cooley, you can correct me. I don't know if you're Army, Marines, Air Force, I don't know.
Air Force, I love it. I call it that too.
But every branch is different, but it's all the same lifestyle on base. Everything's going to be different from what you're used to. But even if he did decide to go to court, he would have to go through JAG, and then he would have to go through a bunch of other steps just to get the family court to get the added shit for the child support, because it's not only going to be the United States government going after his baby mama, but it's also going to be the military doing it on top of that, because they have their own programs of CPS within the military. So it's a lot harder.
Well, can I ask you guys? You guys haven't really established like where your pro-choice lies. Like mine's pretty much in like, if I were to even consider myself pro-choice, it would be within the first 6 weeks. At what point do you guys think it's unacceptable to have an abortion?
6 weeks.
Well, okay, we've established. Yeah, no, I'm asking. Can you guys answer that? At what point is it unacceptable for you guys to, or at what point is it unacceptable for someone to have an abortion?
Within the first 24 weeks. Because after
that's the acceptable time.
I would agree with that. I would agree within the first 24 weeks, but I also understand that there are cases where women are going in at 6, 7, 8, 9 months, needing them for medical reasons.
That's different. Yeah, that's different.
If it's medical reasons, I say whenever. If it's going to endanger the mother or the child, I'm sorry, but yeah.
Doctors take the Hippocratic oath. They're going to try and save both lives. If they can't, they'll save the mother's life.
Here's
but if
the
it's after
thing.
the first trimester,
laws,
I don't agree with.
Here's the thing: with the new laws that are being put into place in a lot of states, doctors, even if it comes down to the life of the mother, they're not doing it. They are literally telling women to go sit in the parking lot and wait until they're septic, then they'll do something.
What?
Even if it's an ectopic pregnancy?
No, that's not true.
Yeah.
That's not true. Almost.
Yeah, I've seen. I have read articles.
What state is it?
Okay, what the fuck's going on?
A lot.
So what's something about ectopic pregnancy and septic and what the fuck's going on?
They're gonna save the mother's life. The mother will die if they don't.
Wait. Shut up for one moment.
You don't have to tell me to shut up.
Rainbow was talking first. I can tell you to shut up.
We were talking about, what if we're pro-choice, what are our limits? And we were talking about medical reasons, going in at 6, 7, 8, 9 months, getting them for medical reasons. And I had said, even with the new laws that are going into place, a lot of doctors are telling women, females, to go outside, sit in the parking lot until they become septic. Then they'll actually perform an abortion because they're so scared to lose their license. And then Shag brought up ectopic pregnancies, and I was saying yes.
I didn't bring that up.
Jesus Christ! What is with the masculinity tonight?
What? I didn't bring it up. Someone else said ectopic pregnancy. I didn't say that.
You said ectopic.
No, I didn't.
I said
no. Destiny did.
I did.
Okay. Well, I have read articles. I would have to go back and find them. That some doctors are even not performing it on ectopic pregnancies because it's still labeled as an abortion. A miscarriage is also considered an abortion. It is medically put in as an abortion. So a lot of doctors are afraid to lose their licenses for performing that, even though it's ectopic or a miscarriage, because it's still categorized as a miscarriage or as an abortion.
Yeah, but you don't perform a miscarriage. It's a natural thing that the body is doing because it's trying
to.
But
it is put into the system.
Shag. Do you know that C-sections are considered abortions? Because the definition of abortion is terminating pregnancy.
That's a birth. A C-section's a birth. Sorry, you're wrong.
And also it can be called.
Why did it say on my paperwork after I had my daughter that I had a abortion even though I had a cesarean?
Wait, what? Say that one more time.
Medically, it's an abortion.
Medically, it's an abortion.
When I had
if you have a C-section, my sister who actually had to have a C-section because my nephew wanted to be all fun and dandy in her belly, and he was like, hey, I'm going to be right side up. Okay? And so his head was on top instead of on bottom, and so they tried to move him around and they didn't get there. Yep. And so they're like, hey, we're gonna schedule you for a C-section a couple of weeks before your due date. He'll be safe, everything's gonna be fine. And then that is a C-section. It's considered medically an abortion I've worked at a fucking medical facility. I've seen that paperwork before. I know what I'm talking about, and Rainbow knows what she's talking about because she had a C-section and it said on there abortion.
Wait, so did the child survive? And
yeah, of course.
Okay, well, my first was born via
abortion.
C-section
So an
as well.
abortion,
But that's
the
not what's on
definition
the
of
birth
abortion,
certificate.
shag. The definition of abortion is terminating the pregnancy. It's not saying terminating the baby.
No,
it's terminating the pregnancy.
Now we're getting into semantics. But if you
if
you
it's
give
not okay, if it's not an actual birth through the birthing canal, then it's an abortion. If it's any other way besides
you
through
honestly
the
believe
vagina,
that,
then it's considered an abortion legally and medically.
Yep.
Do you have a source that I can
When
check
I
up?
had my miscarriage, it was put into the paperwork as a spontaneous abortion.
Sorry, can you?
So even miscarriages are abortions.
Do you have a source I can
So
look up?
when my partners had in the last years had more than one miscarriage. Yes, it sucks. But they really classified it as an abortion because even though yes, it is a natural thing for it to happen, because it goes back on the fact of it being a parasite in some women's bodies don't recognize that, and some women's bodies do fight that naturally. And I can't remember, Rainbow or Shay, you can tell. I can't remember what the term is called where the body doesn't accept the baby. I forget what it's called. I know it's a certain term, and I can't remember offhand what the medical term of it is. But there is a medical thing that happens where a woman's body cannot accept the egg, and it cannot hold the child for a long period of time, so it will start fighting it off like it is a parasite, and it does not want it in there. That is also considered an abortion in its own right. It is a natural abortion.
The mother would miscarry at that point. The mother would miscarry at that point.
There are so many things that are classified that if a body can reject it, or if they can medically remove it, and this is coming from a medical standpoint.
But this has nothing to do with pro-life or pro-choice.
I have family that's in the medical field. They write it down as an abortion because yes, even if it's natural, it's still considered an abortion.
My son was born.
It does not mean every abortion
C-section.
Is that
It does not say on his birth certificate that we had an abortion.
Basically, it's not always like that.
And
sorry to use that kind of descriptive, but it's the best way I could think of.
Rainbow, you can say something since you rolled your hand.
Yeah. Shag, you can unmute yourself because I'm going to ask you a question. And it's a simple yes or no. Are you aware that there are women who are being arrested for having miscarriages and stillbirths?
I would like to see that because I would be totally against that. If you have a source for that, I would like to see that.
Shag, yes or fucking no?
No, I just said I haven't seen that, but I would be against it if I was aware of it.
It's just a simple yes or no.
It's okay, Shag. It's okay, Shag. If he
what was wrong with my answer though?
He's saying, hold on. He's saying he's not aware, but if that were happening, he'd be against it. I can pull up the source because there are a few women who have been arrested. I wish I could think of her fucking name right now, but she got this woman.
Okay, Rainbow, look it up. You bring it up. Okay. You send it to me, and then I will put it up. Since you don't have enough followers to turn on your camera.
Rainbow, are you talking about the 11-year-old girl that got arrested? Are you talking about that one out of Ohio?
No, the one I'm talking about, she was an addict, and she had not a miscarriage. She had a stillbirth and was arrested because she had stuff in her system. But she spent like 16 months in jail, I think it was, and they released her because they couldn't link what was in her system to the stillbirth. But she was still arrested, and she was being charged for manslaughter because she had a stillbirth, even though they tried to say that what was in her system caused it, but they couldn't officially link it. So women are being arrested for this.
Yeah, and there was also like, I think it was like what, a year or two ago, the whole Ohio case, Rainbows. Shay, I think it was like a year or two ago. I think it was. She got her pregnant at 11. I think it was by her teacher or something like that. I can't remember the full story, but she ended up having to go to other states where it was legal, and she ended up actually getting arrested for it. So
Yeah, that's fucked up. I heard that story too. It was from Ohio. I'm pretty sure it's Ohio.
It's difficult to have these conversations because I'm noticing I'm being pretty patient with you guys, but when I bring something up that flies in the face of what you believe, you guys get really angry with me. And I'm not trying to make you mad. I'm trying to illustrate to you the things that I believe and why I believe them. I don't want people to get hurt. But I also don't want to punish people for the sins of their father. And that doesn't mean I agree with it all the time. There's nuance to this that, again, it goes back to my original point that if we value human life a little bit more than we do now, I think we'll see a much bigger turnaround in humanity. Because right now it seems more like willy-nilly. It's used as a contraceptive method rather than this is extreme. Like there's something going on that could really harm me. Because having a child is stressful. It's not harmful. There's very few instances. I'm sorry, I'm not going to say very few. There's few instances where things get out of hand. And you guys have mentioned a few of them. I'm not against things that required the saving the life of child. And if you can't save the child and the mom, we save the mom. I'm all for this stuff. But again, I think there's a much bigger conversation to be had about where it is that people think that life actually begins and how we start valuing that life. Because a lot of the lines you're drawing, I could draw at other stages in life. And then we got to talk about the moral dilemma about, unaliving people that we don't particularly want to take care of. Again, when a child is born, they're not independent. Yes, they're outside of the mother, but that child cannot survive on their own without help and without love and nurture for several years. That's the job of a parent. And that's what I mean is that's the discussion. That's why, and it's hard for me to really draw my own line of where does life actually begin? Where is it okay to say, yeah, I don't want this because it might be hard. That's what I mean. I don't want people to be so willy-nilly about it. I don't find any problem with that.
I find that
I can't really hear you, Cooley. You're cutting out.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of what I want to say. My apologies.
Shay, I just sent you a second one. This one is about the stillbirth. There's another one that's about miscarriages, so there's another screenshot for you to pull up after this one.
Okay. But can you just one moment.
Notice nobody wants to respond to what I said. Because it was rational and actually put forth without swearing and yelling at
so
people.
when I'll tell you this, Shag, when I listen to people talk, and I've been quite few debates in my life from these type of topics and Black Lives Matters topics, just primarily the major ones. I listen to comprehend why this person is saying what they're saying and their viewpoint and why do they have this standpoint. Okay. And if what I can refute to them, can this change their standpoint? I per se, I'm not gonna jump down your throat. One, because I don't need to. If you stand in your standpoint and you don't want to change, that's on you. But when it comes to this type of topic on pro-choice versus pro-life, just me personally, me giving my standpoint, as I said before, me being a man or a male, I don't see myself having a say so.
Why not?
Why? Because it's not me going through it.
Yeah, but
it's not
you're the father. You will have a big part in this. I mean, dads don't just sit on their hands.
Yeah, we don't just sit on our hands, right. But it's for me, that's why I asked Shay, okay. And I don't know if it was clarified enough. That's why I was like, okay, if there's pro-choice, can a man be, pro-choice on if he wants to participate in being a parent or not? without any backlash, any destruction of his character and so forth.
I would say that's based. I would say that if that's the requirement, if women are going to have free reign to terminate the life of an unborn child, the dad has every right to be like, well, then you deal with all the fallout from that, or they should have the right to also say, you know what, I'm good. I don't want to do this, and then no social repercussions, no legal repercussions. I think
they already do.
No, that's not true.
They already do. Do you?
So
fathers sign their rights away all the time.
Yeah,
fathers
people do that, but it comes with social status.
Okay, Shag. So Shag, did you read what this this was? Correct. Did you read all of it? So you can read the other part of it.
You've been popping in
for
and
the
out.
last like 30 minutes. Sorry, 30 seconds. I was just texting someone.
It just popped back up a second ago. You've been paused.
Yeah, I know. It was 30 seconds, Rainbow. But when Cooley was talking, I let him, like, I was staying here for pretty much most of it until the end.
Really
so can you, Shaggy, please just read this one as well? And let me know when you're done.
While he's reading, like, Shay, do you understand like the context of like what I'm like getting at?
Yeah, Cooley. Yeah, now I understand what you mean.
Yeah, it's not me
yes,
saying
I do understand. So for me personally, if the person who I sleep with doesn't want to take on the responsibility of the child, then fine. But the thing is that I'm not going to allow that man to be in my child's life until my child is wants to meet him, and I'm not going to allow him to sign the birth certificate during the birth, nothing like that. He's not going to see my child until he is ready to be a parent.
So just my response to that, I believe that is fair.
Brittany,
that is also fair to that. If somebody, because my father, with my
19 years old,
youngest brother,
when she was approximately 17 weeks pregnant.
I don't know if it's true or not. My dad says a lot of shit, but he signed his rights away on my brother, my youngest brother, when he was like,
recently used methamphetamine.
I don't even remember at the time because there's a lot of things going on, but I personally believe that is fair. And that is exactly fair. Because if a man is saying, okay, I don't want to be a part of this, I don't want to deal with this, and you decide, okay, you're not gonna know nothing, this, that, and the other, you have grounds to say that. I believe that is equal and that is fair. That is true.
Yeah, unless my child who's like unless my child is like 11, 12, 13 and said, "Hey, I really want to know who my dad is and just want to talk to them." I'm going to be like, "Okay."
Yeah. And if he does that,
because it's the child's choice.
Yes. And that too, that is also fair. If he wants to know, then okay, you can know. But at the same time, too, I would add to that and I'll be like, okay, but you need to know this as well, because I don't want you walking in there in a false sense, like this is about to be, like, I don't know, like a whole reunion. It could end up how it was on the one Fresh Prince of Bel-Air episode when Will met his father. You got to prepare that child for what's about to like come to them, and that's also protecting their feelings. So
finished that article.
To that amount of sense, yes, that I agree with. And if the world ends up being that way, that is a fair sense too. And I would even add to that, like, hey, graduations, don't try to show up to them. Don't do none of that, and don't try to play both sides or play fake, because I'm going to tell my child, hey, this is how you were, and this is what you were being like during this time. and that is completely fair. Because then at that point, you're protecting that child.
Mm-hmm. Yep. So Shag, did
I like
you
this.
read
I like this slide. This one's my.
the rest of the thing while Cooley and I were talking?
Yeah, and I also read a little bit more on it as well. So, yes.
Okay. So, what would you like to say?
So this particular instance is interesting because I don't think the punishment fits the crime. I do think that I think it's problematic that the girl is using methamphetamines and dope or marijuana, sorry, while she's pregnant, and the baby did test positive for the methamphetamine. It does go on to say that they couldn't substantiate that it was the cause of it because there was some congenital abnormalities and placental abruption. That when here it says when the placenta detaches from the womb. My wife actually had some of that in her first pregnancy. It wasn't very bad, but no, like, so like this is a case where like I'm kind of with you guys on like this is like I don't agree. There's some crime committed here, but first degree murder, like no, I don't think that fits the bill. So again, I don't mind fighting these fights with you when things are wrong.
Okay, but did you read the one about Brittany, or did you just read the one about the stillborn?
You just sent me the one you just had up on the screen. Was this one? Was the girl Brittany?
Didn't
Pula.
You read the other one, Shag? Okay, let me hold the other one.
I didn't know
that one went off kind of fast while I was reading it.
Okay, read this one then.
No, that's the one he just did research on. He didn't read the other one about the miscarriage.
Are you fucking kidding me, Shag? I had the other one pulled up while Cooley and I were talking
I did not,
for the last 2-3 minutes.
Fam, I did not read this one. I read the one about Brittany Pula, which is the one I just talked about, which was the second one. This one from the Guardian.
Okay, so you didn't read. Okay, so Shag. So you didn't read this one, correct?
I didn't. Yeah.
He's mixing the stories up. Brittany Pula was not a drug addict. Brittany Pula had a miscarriage.
I didn't. No, you're wrong. I have the story up here right now. Lee Cohen from CBS News writes about this. Brittany Pula, who was a member of the Comanche Nation, according to the Comanche County Detention Center, was sentenced October 6th by
County Detention Center.
Oops. It went away. Oh shit.
Well,
Can you invite him back?
No, I dropped him.
That's why I actually asked Jay if I could, because it just felt like it was going in circles.
What?
Yeah, I know. I'm going to bed. Good night, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.
Oh,
bye.
My God. Bro.
How to tell if someone is a Democrat.
Dude. So I read an article. They say, read an article about this girl. So I read the thing that's on my screen and I say, oh, there's not enough information here. So I go and look it up on the internet, look up the woman's name, and I read it. I read out stuff to them. And then she starts telling me, no, you're wrong. That girl didn't have a blah, blah, blah. And I said, I'm looking at it right here on CBS News by Lee Cohen. And I start reading the article so they know I'm looking at the right thing because they think I'm all over the place. Dude, these people don't want to be, they were wrong every step of the way. These people don't care about human life. Ponzo, thanks for the $4.99. Ignore Brahma Bull, be the bigger person and not proof for morons to be worse. And thank you, Brahma, for 4 months. Appreciate you, bro. Oh, it's your first super chat. Thanks, bud. They bail because you're about to. Yeah, dude. I'm tired. This is not going anywhere. These people don't want to. They don't care. The only rational person there was that one that kept bringing up BLM and how he was black. Like he was the only rational one there that wanted to like talk and understand. And I even agreed with them. I said the punishment doesn't fit the crime, and like from what I've read, that's a bit extreme. I think Oklahoma's out of their depth. It's not for first degree murder. Like what? Like people, like they can't even take a W. No, Bonzo's just an idiot. Don't engage him. I know him. He's a good dude. And everybody's a victim. Everyone. In here I'm thinking, this is what I'm thinking. So when someone says my child is, what'd they say? My child is disabled or has a disability or something like that. And I defaulted to like some, I thought they were talking like hand missing or like deformed or whatever. And he goes, oh, they have, what did they say? One has like anger management issues. And the other one said it was like ADD or something like that. 4-year-old with ADD. Like what, dude? I can't put my kid in daycare because they're too violent. Your 4-year-old is too violent? It's a matter of approach. Sometimes you can give a gentle word. Sometimes you got to give a swift kick in the arse. Yeah. Yeah, like special needs. And I was like, so I'm thinking like kind of extreme, you know? I'm thinking there's like some extreme thing happening. Makes them look better to their base. Well, that's what I was trying. Like, I was really trying to like be kind of calm about it and not get too nutty with him. Dude, I cannot believe that they just fucking kicked me and they ended their live right there. They didn't even, like, they barely said goodbye. Yeah, the man who thought he was a woman said his kid was disabled because he had anger issues. Yeah. Yeah, he goes, I'm a man, but like now I'm she, they. But you know, my baby mom was cool with it and I'm still dad. It's like, what, dude? Like there was so much happening in that one sentence. Like I want to go back and clip it. I don't even know where, it's probably at the beginning somewhere. This was totally unplanned, by the way. I was literally about to go to bed and then I was sitting in this live and all of a sudden, like she was like requesting opposition to talk to. And a couple people joined and they weren't like the one dude who was like in the army or whatever joined and was like, oh, I'm kind of pro-choice and blah. And then all of a sudden I got a notification. I was like, well, I guess we're doing this. I was talking to Brahmable, not you, even though you told everyone ignore me. No, I was kidding. Don't ignore Bonzo. I know Bonzo well. He's a good dude. He's a good friend of mine. I'm messing with him. And all of a sudden I got up in his fifis. But he's a good guy. Don't ignore him. He's good people. Like really good people. Like I talk to him on the phone like at least once a week. Sometimes multiple times. No, don't do that. He's a good dude. Kids are statistically better than their dads. Yeah, well, yeah, I guess as time progresses, right? As time progresses, the goal is my son will be better than me. Hopefully, fingers crossed. They don't have a base or friends or any normal relationships. Doesn't seem, well, I mean, I'm sure they have friends and stuff, but it's weird. It's weird talking to people like that because, like, to me, they have like a bunch of points. I think Bonzo, I think you said like they have like talking points that they have to like check off. And it's like, no, dude, like this is. I don't know. I don't know. And like again, I think the thing that bothers me the most is like I'm literally agreeing with them. I'm literally agreeing with them about this being wrong. As I said, I'm like, well, I'm not fully pro-life. Like I would like people to value life more. I would like people to minimize the amount of abortions that are done out of convenience. You know, I'm not talking about the ectopic pregnancies. I'm not talking about the medical necessity and the nonsense about C-sections being abortions. Like how could you be so detached from reality? like, so I did look up, I looked up, is a C-section an abortion? So the first thing that came up, so yeah, like this, so this runs it through AI too. A C-section is a surgical procedure performed to deliver a baby when a vaginal birth is not safe for the mother or the baby. It is typically done due to medical reasons like fetal distress, breech presentation, or other complications during pregnancy or labor. In contrast, an abortion is a medical procedure performed to terminate a pregnancy, usually for the reasons related to a woman's choice or medical necessity. So again, the difference, and I think, Brahm, I think you even said it, like the difference is like terminating the pregnancy and delivering a baby. Like, and I said the same thing. Like a C-section, you're delivering a baby born, birth, a birth, C-section birth, not a vaginal birth. Like, like they can't even stand behind their own and say, oh, this is how it is. No, it's not. You're wrong. Just look it up. It's right here. Y'all better stop in the chat. I'm gonna start slapping motherfuckers. Whenever you have a good counterpoint, they either start a red herring or semantic argument. They kept derailing and they were frustrated because you wouldn't stray from the main point. Yeah, and I kept being like, can we just go back to what it was like? And then I'm like asking, like, at what point is abortion not okay? And they were actually based in their reply. You know, they said, oh, you know, after 24 weeks is no way. And that to me, like, okay, so your head is on somewhat, like you it's like, so you do understand at some point this is not good behavior. My point is that like how, like you're really blurring the line here. You're really blurring the lines. Oh, well, 24 weeks. Well, some babies have been delivered at 22 weeks and survived. There's been some, like the majority, like overall, the average is 24 weeks. Like that's the most viable points of how as early as they'll get. And, you know, it varies from state to state based on, you know, their medical resources and all that. This is stuff I learned. This is stuff I learned from my own child's birth. And then telling me they have no idea what a woman goes through. It's like, no, I don't know the physical pains that my wife went through, but we live every day with her postpartum depression that still haunts her in very, very real ways. She sat in essentially in a NICU room for 4 months, waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting, not knowing if something would go wrong. Tones all around her of people, you know, of babies not making it who had been there for year 2, 3, and you know didn't make it out. So every day we wake up, like all of it. I understand the pain. I witnessed the pain of like my wife's early labor, and then just like even like bleeding and stuff. Like, no, it didn't happen to me, but I can see it. It's clear as day. And like, I feel a close kinship with my wife enough to know that like, not only does like, can I like somewhat feel that through her, but I mean, there's a mental toll that takes on me because I mean, we have a 6-year-old. I gotta, you know, I'm trying to take care of him and make sure she's comfortable and, you know, not sleeping. I'll, you know, yeah, it just, I don't know the correct answer. What I know in my heart is that I do believe that there is a small period. I'm okay with if you have sex with someone and you need to go, you know, get plan B or whatever, do it. Like flush the system, as it were. And even that sounds bad. But anything beyond that, like maybe 6 to 8 weeks, I think you're just playing too much. You're playing too much with a human life. Parenthood is the hardest thing that anyone ever does, but it changes you in ways that you never knew were possible. And it's not productive to talk about it's not productive to talk about like a very small fraction. Like if all these people found each other online and they're all in this very small percentage, and that's what it is, very small percentage. The majority of pregnancies are successful and they go fine and people go home. But it's not productive to paint the world as if this is what's happening all the time. I mean, it's weird. We live in a weird time. I mean, and again, I was going to try and get into. I very, very, very kindly started broaching the subject, like when I said that we shouldn't punish, the unborn for the sins of their father. Like I think that went over their heads, because I think if someone actually knew what I was saying, they would have been like, "I can't fuck," like I just think if you're able to look past these awful actions that occur, and in order to give a new human a wonderful life, like this is your chance to make the world a better place. That's the only two ways about it. Or that's the only way about it. It's the only way you're gonna change it. But giving people carte blanche to just like, oh, I don't feel like doing this. You're reducing the value of life, what it means to be alive. Right. And you don't trust me. I've fallen victim to that. Like I'm sure I do it, and I don't mean to. But like I know what it's like. I understand. Like when people say, "Oh, abortion all 9 months," no, that's barbaric. Barbaric. I mean, this is also the same groups. One is too many, right? If we could save one life. And that really dishonest, like pretending as if doctors aren't taking the Hippocratic Oath, to save, like they're there to save lives, and they'll save as many as they can. Preserve life when they can. These people just, I think some of these states have it wrong. This is where like Brahma and I, we disagree. Like I think some of these states have it wrong. I mean, I think there's states that, again, nothing is okay. And I do believe that some of these doctors are afraid to perform even medical necessity because they don't want to lose their license. I think there's to me, there is a clear line that you can draw. Like, I think when it's right and when it's not, or when you could be caught in this like really shitty spot. I do believe that most doctors know what that line is. So, you just gotta be honest with yourself. These people have to be honest with themselves. I'm interested. I was interested in this other article they were talking about. I'm convinced my now ex is to not get an abortion when we got into a fight when she was newly pregnant. It has been very hard, but I don't regret for a second. Right. Like, I think someone said it in chat, like some men don't grow up until they're fathers. I think someone said that. Usually we only see do not harm, but the oath actually explicitly forbids assisting suicide and abortion. Yeah, it's not an easy thing to talk about. I know people get triggered by it, but all right, Brahma, take it easy, man. Yeah, I know people get triggered by it, and I know it's not easy, and even TikTok. I know TikTok's not an easy place to talk about it because you can't say certain words. You got to use unalive. You got to use corn. Yeah, it's just so dumb. I am going to be using Rumble quite a bit more trying to apply for their small creator program and do more stuff on was that on Rumble. I like what they're doing. And I might just do like my gaming streams over there along with Twitch. Like Twitch and Rumble, just use both of them to live stream. And midweek comp will be over here. And then I'll just move I'll probably move the gaming stuff or other like little live streams over to what's it called? I'll move it over to the to YouTube once I cut it up. But this was good. This was a good one to probably chop up. It's a lot to sit through again. I was gonna cut it at like 45 minutes, but it was going too good. What I'll probably do is cut that guy's like whole fucking monologue out in the middle. Rumble's fine, you dope. Well, I had to smoke a fucking bowl to get through that. Yeah, dude. Hey, well, you're welcome. You're welcome. Doobie doo. You know what I was gonna do? I was actually gonna get on. I wasn't gonna go to bed, but this is what I was gonna do. I was looking at TikTok, and I was gonna actually load up. Actually, yeah, I have opened up my Xbox app and updated Lies of P, and I updated Diablo 4 because it's a new season. The Season of Blood is out. Need a movie poster? Patience of the Shags. And my crown could be like a crown of broken cell phones that are just like stabbing into my head. What's his name? Oh, what would be awesome? It would be to get a commissioned drawing of Patience of the Shags by the guy who does all that artwork for Tim Pool. Alexopoulos, is that his name? I don't know. He has a funky style. Am I going to play Lords of the Fallen? I want to. I have to beat Lies of P first, and then I will probably play that. I want to play it. And that's a game I'll probably wait for it to go on sale. I'm worried about it. No. Lies of P. It's Dark Souls in like the Pinocchio universe. I know you guys are being stupid. I know you know what I'm talking about, but for those who don't know, Lies of P is a. Oh, he's not the artist? Why is he always posting the pictures? Oh, he's working on the book. Isn't that the same guy who does the... I thought it was the same guy who did those cool arts of like Biden as like a vampire and shit or something. I do want to check out this new Diablo season though. Is it George A? The weird... I don't know. Maybe? I guess I could just pull up Twitter and look it up. G Prime 85. Maybe that. Hold on. Yeah, George Alexopoulos. Yeah, that's who I'm thinking of. Yeah. That's I want his art doing that. Well, he's a good artist though. I like his art. Yeah, I think he's funny. I think he's funny. He's an idiot but talented. That's all I'm saying. I don't know anything about his intellect. I know nothing about his intellect other than he has some funny artist memes on his feed. What else we got going on? Oh, we do have what the fuck? We do have the midweek hump tomorrow. Melee Games is joining us. Halson the Kid. Is he on Twitter? Oh, doesn't matter. Yeah, we're gonna be play Destiny with her a few times. Wait, with who? Who'd you play Destiny with? Oh, yeah, you'll have to send it over. People still play Destiny? Yeah, I guess. What was I doing? Still didn't make the thumbnail for tomorrow. I'm slacking, y'all. I am slacking. Oh, that's easy. Oh, Halls and the Oh, I remember Halls and the Kid. That's who does that artwork? Wow. That's wild. That's wild that she was in Adam's Discord playing. Sorry. Yeah, that's funny. You guys can sit on here while I do this thumbnail real quick. I was gonna change up the thumbnail, but I don't think I'm ready to do that. How are you going to sleep after getting that close to insanity? What's up, Funny Pump? I don't know, man. You know, I'm all about learning. And today I learned how close I can come to insanity without actually murdering someone. Oh, Kids in the Hall. Kids in the Hall is great. Yeah, if you don't know Kids in the Hall, you should know who Kids in the Hall is. Oh, this one. Wait, I don't want to open up Photoshop. Damn it. Oh, crap. I totally... Where is it? There we go. They're old now, though, man. Like, you can't expect kids nowadays to know Kids in the Hall. I mean, they were big in, like, the late 90s, early 2000s. I want to open Photoshop. He says that, but ignores everything I try to tell him. Hey, fuck you. I've put out 3 videos this week already, so... Between you and Mephisto yelling at me all the time about putting content out, I finally buckled down and did it. And I'm not doing anything else, really. And this interview was solid. I'm going to stop recording now, because that was a really long recording. I've even been recording locally the stream so I get the full thing out of it. I whisper now. No, but Bonzo's interesting because him and I talked, and I was asking him questions on stuff and on these new thumbnails that I was doing, and then he I was like, "Hey, what do you think about these?" I was all excited about it, and then he was like, "Maybe you should stop worrying about your fucking thumbnail and just make some videos, bro." And that was the gist of what he said. That wasn't exactly what he said, and I was like, "Fuck, dude's right." I'm out here with I'm thinking about the totally wrong things. I still mess up, dude. I still mess up all this shit. And perfect. Let's make canvas. Let's crop this bitch in. Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. What do you mean I'm not lofty? I'm not lofty. Wait, what is it? Where did that even come from? And did I ever claim that I was? This man. YouTube thumbnails. Why is he fucking yelling at me? John Candy, Eugene Levy, Rick Moranis, Dave Thomas. Wait, what did I miss? Oh, SCTV. Here we go. What's up, Courtney? I was doing a TikTok debate with some people who were not very smart. I'd like to say I bodied them in that debate. But you can ask chat how that went. Maybe bodied not the right term, but I did pretty well. I held my own. Everyone wanted me to get violent, and I refused. He does. Boop, 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 boop. Yeah, that was fun. I had a good time. I'm not really I'm not necessarily here to win. I really want to get a sense of where people really are with shit. And these people were just off the reservation. 100%. Totally off the reservation. And it's sad because I don't think they need to be. And I kept saying, I think you could level with me and realize I'm not a bad person, but it's okay to have an opinion on this shit. And you don't need to, I don't need to just fall in line. Thank you. Yeah, I mean, I think in other debates I've done poorly, but I think that one I've learned from previous debates. And we did good. We did real good. I was happy with it. Okay. I got the thumbnail done. Should I just make the StreamYards link? Should we do that together while we're here together? If anyone has anything they want to say now, or forever hold your peace. What's tomorrow? Number 79. Featuring Melee Games. Let's go. Yeah, they were swearing a lot. You know what's funny? And I try and do this thing. I try and do this thing where I don't focus on their age. Well, how old are you? I don't know. Who gives a shit? But I wanted so badly to be how old are you? Really? Like, how old are you? And yeah, because it just seemed to me like you're so inexperienced. There's one person who gave birth there. And they kept saying weird shit like, well, if you're a woman, I mean, female, and everyone can, and they kept like saying shit like that. And I'd be like, it's okay. Just like, you're not hurting anyone's feelings, at least not for me. I don't know. I think some people, I think for some of them, they would have gotten their feelings hurt. They think they're logical, but react emotionally, makes odd to navigate. Yeah, for sure. Wait, why? Just need to. There we go. Do you continue to do these debates at this time, or was this random? No, I've been doing them. I've been doing them quite a bit. At least a couple a week, actually. It's just been a thing. It's been a thing. It's hard. But I've been enjoying it for sure. What's with the mask? Oh, you remember that, dude? What's with the masculinity? Like, what? Yeah, because you said ectopic pregnancy. I'm like, no, I didn't. It was your other fucking bro dude over here. This she, they is the one who said it. That's what I wanted to say. I always feed into stuff when people bash women. I just agree. Face. Fuck. What am I doing? There we go. Does anyone else hate link trees? I do. Nothing against the people that have them, mind you. I just don't like them. Nope. Where's tip? What? Oh, here we go. I've watched a few, but they were mostly like midday or morning. Yeah, that's when that's when I will do them usually. People are like, wait, you're not insulted? No, girls suck. Let's see. I need Rumble link. It's someone's link tree for the podcast tomorrow. For what's it called? For midweek hump tomorrow. I'm just putting together the StreamYard thing. I wanted to use this new thing. I am gonna just put it in there too in case people want to look at all of them. Oh, what? Oh, Mama Amarada's still in here. Weird. I have 4 brothers, but I've been skating my whole life. I heard everything from them. Yeah. Oh, I'm such an idiot. I don't know why I'm just a fucking moron. Hopefully I'll catch that one on replay. Oh yeah, you should. No, I don't think you did, Meta. I don't think so. Can't believe I'm still up with you hosers. I must really like you guys. So it looks like, oh, they sell video games? Like used video games? I'm an idiot too, but my therapist said I shouldn't self-deprecate much. Hey, join the club. I'm like dumbass extraordinaire. They make content online too. Hosers, yeah. Well, the person that we're having on the show tomorrow on the midweek hump is Canadian, so they use that term a lot. Hosers. Sorry, I'm just looking at just doing one thing here, and then we can chat for a little bit longer. Just about done. Promise. Oh. Okay. Schedule for later. Strange Brew. Yeah. Strange Brew is what they say hoser a lot. Yep. I'm ready for the midweek hump. It's a cool podcast to listen to while I'm gaming. Hey man, I appreciate it. That's really cool that you do. I'm always humbled by the response we get from everyone. A lot of people seem to like it, which, it helps me feel good that we're not completely wasting our time. Honestly, it's mostly for me anyway. Where did I not save the picture? Maybe I didn't. Where is it? I remind you of why you should. Oh, it's in app folder? Why? Chat, why is it there? Thumbnails? YouTube. There it is. Got it. Melee Games is our guest tomorrow, Courtney. I'm still avoiding content. Yeah, you shouldn't. You should do your own. Hi, Sherry. How you doing? Yeah, we have some good moments for sure. We need to get better at clipping them though. 9 p.m. Mountain Time today because it's okay. Twitter, Rumble, YouTube. Good. Need to get some good like meme moments, I guess, from it. I mean, I don't know. I keep going back and forth. It's like, do I get the meme moments or do I get the topic moments? That's the annoying part. I gotta make a Rumble video or hosers, welcome to the Great White North, eh? That means you're more verbose and more deserving than me. So as long as you talk, I shall avoid my dad's last request and shut up. Ricada's live. Hey, Ricada, share the wealth, pal. Share the wealth with your boy Shag. If anyone has a line on Mr. Ricada, let me know, because I've been trying to get in touch with him. He won't return my calls. I might actually get this shit all done the way it's supposed to be done. I'm not going to have a lot of time tomorrow. Agree. Submit. Yeah, it would help if I was not so retarded in ADHD. Yep. It would, but who needs Rakuten? Yeah. Oh man. My topic sheet. There we go. Just chilling together, guys. I appreciate you hanging out. Just getting all my stuff ready for tomorrow. I don't even know what we're going to talk about. Claudia has spoken with him, and so has Adam. Yeah, I might. I want to. Yeah, I don't like. I really don't like asking people for help in that way. There's nothing I hate more than asking for a favor. I hate doing it. It makes me feel uncomfortable, and I did it this week twice. Ugh, it makes me feel gross. I hate asking for help. Because I feel like, just do it yourself, you fucking dickhole. Like, stop being a jerk. You know? I don't know. I feel like it's obvious when, like, people help when they see or they feel it's deserved. You know? I don't know. Maybe I'm way overthinking it, but I think you get what I'm saying. I only think Canada for Arcade Fire, Crown Royal, and some other rock bands. Yeah, I can get down with that. I'm getting a lot done right now, guys. I just want to let you know, I'm getting a lot done. I'm trying to do this work and answer your questions at the same time. I hope I'm doing you a solid. Okay, that's good. Arcada is toxic right now. It's funny to see, like, it all happening. I don't know if it's toxic or I don't know if it's toxic. I think he's just speaking out against things, like, rightfully so. I don't know. Silver, have a good night, man. Appreciate you. I'm careless at the moment and going insane. $1,100 that it costs doesn't help. Oh, wait, what costs $1,100? Okay, that's done. I do need to put this into Rah Shish Boomba. I guess I can do the rest of that another time. I can do the rest of that tomorrow. Broken Axle. Ooh, that's no fun. Oh, let me do one thing. Not there though. Someone said cheerleaders. That wasn't a thing in high school. Where's the chat cheerleaders? Yeah, where's that? Where's my hype man at? Where's my hype man at? Really. What am I looking at? Oh, here we go. Oh. Yeah, no, I was just finishing up setting up our live stream for tomorrow night. So we have Melee games coming on the midweek hump starting at 9 p.m. Mountain Time. And then during the day I have lots of work to do, so I probably won't be around. My kids hanging out with them. My kids have tumbling, so we'll be doing gymnastic stuff. And then yeah, I'll be back just in time for bedtime, and then straight on to the midweek madness. So yeah, you guys join in tomorrow. Here's so there's I don't know if the link is it still in. There is, so there's a link down in the description. If you guys are into supporting the channel and the show, you guys can become a member. There's merch that you can get. There's a new design out for the midweek hump to support us as creators as well. I recommend you pay attention to Locals. Locals is another place that you should follow me, and even think about becoming a member over there, because you get exclusive stuff on that side. So please, but most importantly, like really the best help that you can do is liking videos, sharing tweets, sharing links of tweets that have videos in them. That's like the very best, easy, free way to help me out. Yeah, if you like what I'm doing, like what I'm saying, please share my stuff when you can. Support when you can. Yeah, that's gonna do it for me tonight. Thank you, Meta. Thank you, Courtney. Bonzo, thanks for being argumentative. Funny Pump, thanks for coming in, man. Who else we got? Silvar was here, but I know he departed. Lovely Sherry's been here. Great to see you as well. What else we got? What did I miss? Brahma was here. Static was here too. Paul Hadouken stopped by. Great to see everyone. Really, thank you guys so much. That's it for me tonight. I'm going to get some rest. Thank you so much. We'll see you guys next time.